I'm Socrates Johnson, MD, here with my frenetic friend Rarharg,
Hey there.
and we're playing some Company Heroes 2, a 2v2 on Semos as the Russians. So, what do you have to say about this map, Rarharg?
So this is a good 2v2 map, or 1v1 map for that matter. It's got some natural cutoff points at the entrances of the base.
Yeah, here we have these two river crossings on our side.
Yep. And on their side, it's a little more open on the one cutoff point, but there's still bottlenecks there leading to their fuel point. Um, and this game often becomes a battle for those cutoff points revolving around the center.
Okay, you ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, three, two, one, go. All right, so what's your initial strategy going out of the gate?
So I've got the bulletins for penal battalion accuracy, so that's what I'm going for as my first unit, rather than conscript opening or MG opening, which I find. Well, I don't know. Conscripts seem very ineffective as of late, and penal battalions make nice. They're very. They do a lot more damage once you get their flamer.
Flames up, yeah.
So
what do you do?
What's that?
What are you trying to do?
So I started facing our fuel, so I'm gonna attempt to go to the island, and then move towards that victory point on the flank. Sort of maybe flank their forces in the middle if they set up, which is a common German, it's a common strategy for anyone to attempt to solidify the center. How about you? What are you doing?
Well, I've started off with Support Weapon Company, just because I like it more on a compressed map such as this. And my initial goal was to set up a machine gun to cover this bottleneck slash choke point here, and then sort of turn the upper point into a fortress, and also to get a machine gun in the church, which is the dominant position of the center of the map. So my first machine gun, which I think is just coming out now, is going to go directly to that position. Yeah. So our opponents have gone, let's see, they've gone Grenadier, apparently, off the start.
Vili has already chosen a doctrine. He's gone for the elite troops doctrine, so eventually he'll be able to vet his troops at a slight manpower and fuel cost.
I didn't realize it cost fuel.
Yeah. And Hunter has also chosen a doctrine. He's gone for the Luftwaffe supply doctrine, so he'll be able to call in medical supplies and other resource drops.
Well, the first battle's taking place here. I realize the Grenadiers and basically all of the opening German troops can kill my conscripts. So I get them into the church and hope that I can get my machine gun in there later. Also, they've engaged me in battle around the left points. Left you completely free to operate them.
Yeah, and I did see that, and I was planning on flanking them with my penals.
Yeah.
Because I was, because I had also selected partisans at this point. I knew that they had purchased an MG42, and usually it gets set up right here. And here you can see my penals moving in behind.
Nice.
And advise your guys in the church sometime.
Well, they're dead, because those MP40s on the Pioneers are ridiculous.
Yeah.
But at least I'm killing the machine gun, and it gives me time to set up in the church myself.
Yeah, I canceled a satchel charge toss because I saw that they were retreating. I moved behind the green cover of that truck. But then I decided to just go for their cutoff point because I figured that nothing else was going to be coming.
Because both of them are concentrating their Grenadier forces on me. They hit me with a stun grenade.
Unfortunately, they're also going for our cutoff point, so it's sort of a trade-off for the cutoffs. We're not actually cutting anyone off from anything, really, because we've got our resources.
We did get a point-blank order shot, which just capping our cutoff point at the very least.
Yeah, and they actually roll in with some fresh Grenadiers to scare off my one penal squad. Barely gets out. Calling some...
But you got some partisans.
Yep, I called in some partisans to decap that point. They didn't come out with any weapons, so they're not going to be terribly effective.
Yeah, you haven't have you done Parsons before?
Only against AI. Oh,
Oh,
he does retreat in time. I was attempting to catch those advancing grenadiers with the satchel charge, but was unsuccessful. Oh, and these bastards with MP40s roll in. My partisans aren't having any of that.
yeah. Fortunately, the machine gun is effective enough to hit them. I had some real problems with the machine gun and its ability to change arc.
Yeah. How do you feel about the difference between the firing arc of the German M242 and the Soviet machine gun?
Soviet machine, the Maxim has such a smaller arc. It's much easier to flank. It's much more difficult to keep trained on the enemy, and so it requires a lot of micro. And I'm just not good enough at it. Nice mine at the entrance there. That's a cliche place for them to go, and they pay the price for it.
Yeah, I was hoping to catch any light armor that they would send.
Oh, here's the swarm, especially with these bot experienced grenadiers.
Now yeah, I guess that first one does have the Vet 3 purchase experience, so that's dead.
And my machine gun doesn't even fire. Doesn't even fire on any of them.
Well, that's the problem with the church, I think. Yeah, you can only fire out of one side of it at any time. So I basically ignore the church. There's enough green cover in the area, and if your conscripts build a sandbag wall, say at that point, oh, nice grenade, almost wipes out that Vet 3 squad.
Yeah.
Nice mine.
They saw me placing it. It was pretty dumb of them.
Well, yeah, and they're just mobbing up, so that's not a terribly efficient use.
4 grid squads? No, it's not. And I am trying to hit it with a mortar. I've invested a lot in mortars.
Oh,
perhaps too much at
and
this
you
point.
try to get into the church again. Once again, I don't think that's going to be terribly effective.
No. Well, at least
because with that doctrine, they throw a shit ton of grenades, and yeah, your gun has to take time to switch windows, basically, or switch sides.
yeah, it just did not work well. At least I forced them to use munitions. That's how I can console myself with it.
Nice mortar hit. Does force him to retreat.
Yeah, they don't appear to have that many forces actually at this point.
Oh, snipers.
They're outnumbered. Yeah.
So they have recaptured. I had mined the entrance of that other victory point. Managed to get half of a.
Yeah. I actually, we already mentioned that. You do have a scout car, which is still alive.
Somehow. Well, I rolled it back to base to pop this upgraded penal squad to harass their fuel point. So I was on a mission to deny them some fuel early on because the one guy is spending fuel to upgrade his troops, and the longer we can delay his
better.
Advancement of tiers to tanks and light vehicles, the better.
Yeah, and we're making a good push at that fuel point because it is completely undefended. They're spending all their grenadiers at the center. Another Vet 3.
Yeah, now they've upgraded them with Gewehr 43s, which makes them pretty damn dangerous against infantry. You attempt to barrage them.
Didn't work.
Didn't
I didn't
work.
realize how it didn't work. I know we make it quite a ways, but I have no infantry forces to cut off these grenadiers at all.
Mortars attempting to do something. I think this is the point at which they attempt to solidify their stranglehold and are cut off there.
At this point, I have built my tank command, and I'm giving a light tank because they've invested so much in infantry that they will be vulnerable.
Wow, your resist gun did get a hell of a long ways away.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't take that much damage when you retreat, it's just that you can't fight back.
And your mortars are...
We're leading them on a merry... I knew they were going to go out to try and kill the mortars, so I'm just going to lead them on a merry chase for as long as possible until our reinforcing forces can get in.
Unfortunately here, I was paying attention to my northern forces and didn't micro my sniper like I should have. And those Gewehr 43s.
Well, we killed at least 2 of them.
Yeah, and then I was an idiot. Knee-jerk retreated and lost that sniper. I should have just moved it back.
They're trying to build a machine gun bunker here at the cutoff point, which, if it succeeds, is going to cripple us forever.
I saw them doing that, so I was about done with my mechanized armor company, so I was going for SU 76.
They do kill one of my mortar squads, which was attempting to bombard the building. Did hit it several times. They also have a machine gun covering it, so we're in some trouble.
Yeah, they do get that upgrade.
You still are decapping their fuel.
Yep, that was the purpose of those forces up there. And I wasn't going to retreat those poor penals until I knew that that point was clear, because they would just get wiped out in retreat otherwise. Pop some partisans behind that in the hopes that they would spawn with something useful, but they didn't get wiped out.
Yeah, they just lasted about a second and a half.
Yeah.
I am trying to kill this munitions plate with conscripts, which is not the most effective of tactics. Oh, my light tank's up.
Just got a little bit of lag there. Okay. Oh yeah, baby tank on the way.
Yeah, priority 1, kill that bunker. And
Nice.
we
Yeah,
that's
do that in pretty rapid order. You get within Panzer House.
I had the things first, so that was perfect. And from here on, I keep my mortar on our side of the river, because they control the center, but they're not really able to hit across the river effectively.
They're moving in also to harass our fuel point, so I'm advancing to crush whatever is over here.
Yeah. At this point, this is us in a bad spot. Because all we have is our fuel point. That's it. That's literally all we have.
Well, better than a party, I guess. But
yeah,
these partisans aren't long for this world. No, they get cut down in the open.
Well, at least we aren't facing armor yet.
And here's where I begin mining like crazy. So I've planted 3 mines around our fuel point on the approach. Just to make sure that I get anything.
You punish them for doing that?
Finally retreat
the scout
my
car.
penal squad and sacrifice the scout car to cover the retreat, sort of.
Yeah, well, it worked. Sort of.
So they're doing a good job holding, well,
everything,
basically. And they finally get their fuel back, and they call in a supply drop.
Well, they have overcommitted in a certain sense to infantry.
Yeah, they're spread out quite a bit. I mean, they've got 3 Panzer Grenadiers over here, Hunter does. And you're sending shock troops to deal with that, so that's a...
good hard counter.
Talk about a hard counter.
Yeah, they'd already slaughtered 1 squad's worth, I believe. No. They will encounter another squad and be effective against them while we force the retreat from our...
So I cut them off from the munitions on the one side, finally.
Oh, that's a cutoff point.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Oh, and you have a SU-85.
Yeah, they attempt to...
Nice bombard.
Yeah,
nice.
Only gets 1. They actually can't advance through that flames either, so that was a little silly of them to... Unless that was you calling it that.
Yeah, I was assuming that they were going to charge your SU-85, so I had to incendiary.
That was good.
It was a good idea, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And you can see my mortar here.
Yeah, and I've built us a fuel cache because we're already a little low on resources, and we're going to need fuel to deal with the inevitable Panzer IV, which just rolled in.
Just popped out.
So
number 1. Not the last, but the first.
Yeah, the first of many in this match. So your shock troops are flanking the machine gun in the middle, but engaging at a distance. He doesn't react though, so you have just enough time to run him off.
At least I scared it away.
Oh,
And that was-
SU-76 is in trouble.
The fire arc. Oh. Yeah. Oh, they have the Panzer Shreks now.
Yeah, and of course the RNG on these penals is just terrible today. Their flamethrower does nothing, so I'm forced to retreat. And I've already used my barrage ability, but I've mined right in the middle of this bridge, so we'll see something amusing happen shortly.
It's the only way they can go. So.
I have decapped the victory point. One set of partisans decides to retreat through the
I'm surprised you didn't, just go for the points instead of attacking them with the partisans, because it doesn't seem that effective.
Yeah, well, I was mostly using the partisans as harassment.
Okay. Yeah,
So
their upgraded grenadiers just tore my conscripts to pieces, so I'm hitting them with something a little heavier, since I know the Panzer IV is still over here.
He does actually not pursue the SU-76 here. Instead, is going after your T-70. Oh, nice hit from the heavy mortar, though, or regular mortar. I can't tell which.
On the tank itself, or on
on the
group
the
of
Grenadiers in the middle.
Yeah, it was just super effective.
I guess that was just a regular mortar, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't think I have the heavy mortar doctrine.
I don't think that is.
I went to shock doc. Although my baby tank is getting a lot of attention.
Yeah. Well, that Panzer IV is on the hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, getting flanked by Grenadiers. Are they going to get it with the Shrek?
I think they'll hit it, but will not kill it for a little bit. Yeah, I was really upset because they hit it with a Panzer Shrek at extreme range.
Yeah, well, all they have to do is hit the ability
When they're in the
it's in
red.
range, so...
That's fair, we get the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the anti-tank grenade, but it is... The Panzer Shrek seems to deflect much, much less.
And there goes my baby tank.
So I'm mining, I'm mining again at our cutoff point. Oops, I'm getting something. Their Panzer IV is...
Yeah. Their Panzer IV is playing hide and seek with my AT gun.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've got an SU-76 parked across the river.
Nice. And I do get it hit off my... No, that's you. No, I do hit it through the bushes somehow.
Oh, yeah, how about that?
Which is shockingly effective. Yeah. But here their tanks are sort of dominating all of the map. Fortunately, I get those Grenadiers to retreat.
Yeah, they're rolling with the...
Second Panther.
Second Panzer IV. I pull my SU-76 back because it's not going to be able to go toe-to-toe against one of those.
And they have a sniper too,
Yeah.
which has hurt my guys a bit. My shock troops.
Yeah, the sniper was a heavy ass. Ooh, your mortar almost got him, though.
Nice. That was just sort of a set it and forget it moment with the mortar. And I'm trying to...
Well, he's vet 3 now with 11 kills. Did quite a good job.
At least we're forcing their Panzer IVs to retreat. I do see they have the Grenadiers coming in and try to skedaddle. My infantry is headed the wrong way.
My recharge on the barrage is still incoming. Can't quite do anything about it. My infantry partisans are on the way, but basically it's a distraction. It don't work out so well.
No, they do kill one of the 8 Grenadiers. And I'm too busy taking these points, which is, to be fair, we do need the points.
Yeah, we're bleeding pretty hard on victory points. Church is on fire, so it's a good sign.
Sure.
Yeah, a little log jam going on at the entrance. He calls it a KV8, but it's 85 is blocking it. Always good.
Well, I saw that veteran armor, sorry, the veteran infantry, and I knew we desperately needed something. Ah,
Oh, Half-Track gets a ban.
decrued it. And just in time to run into my KV-8, which
Nice. Oh, do you get him on a retreat?
we pursued this way to hell.
Oh, there's another squad there.
Yeah, and another one right behind us gets a similar treatment.
Okay. And I barrage them with both of my Su-76s. I've got two now, so I can, and I keep them together so I can call in basically concentrated anti-infantry barrages.
Nice. So that was a big crippling blow for them because they lost their most expensive unit right after it had been upgraded.
That were upgraded, but they've got, here, I'm gonna take a look at the resources. So, one of them is floating
Over 1,000.
shit ton of manpower, so it's obvious what he's going for next. The Tiger Ace, once he has enough points, so he's got 4 command points before he can call that in.
Costs 800.
Yeah, costs 800, cripples manpower and fuel production.
Yeah. We try to make some infantry caps. Doesn't really work. Mortar's doing God's work though. And I'm harassing their fuel.
Yeah.
That was a good thing that we kept doing. We can notice their Panzer IVs trying to flank us.
Oh yeah, this is where that one mine placement really pays off. I mean, always mine everywhere, even when you think you don't have to. Heavy engine damage on that. It's practically immobilized. Fortunately, all you have there are shock troops to deal with it, but I see that and I decide to pull my Su-85 back because I know what they have as far as armor. I can use my ability to keep track of that. Nice grenade from your shock troops cutting off that fuel point. Killed 4 grenadiers.
Cheers. Yeah, well, it's one of those situations where I took a gamble. I knew I was getting pulverized. And so I threw a grenade before retreating and hoped my guys would live. And they did this time. But many times it does not work quite that way.
Yeah, so Billy calls in a Panther now, and Hunter calls in Panther 4.
Well, my KV-8 is going on a little reign of terror here. And I know my goal is, in fact, to draw out their tanks so we can hit them with our AT.
Yeah, well...
But I realized that your AT was gone.
Yeah, that was bad.
We got really crippled.
Yeah. Well, my Su-85 also got crippled by a Panther Shrek. I don't know why did I move those guys back there? I think I must have misclicked and selected
Well, at least they're
the
flanking
66.
a machine gun. That was a good idea. Just didn't work. And I see that my KV-8 is being slaughtered.
Yeah, he's doomed. I wish I had kept my Su-85 there to give support because that was probably a more devastating loss for us at that point.
KV-8 has only, how many kills? Well, we'll not find out, but probably about 8 or 9.
Nice hit on the Panzer IV with the AT gun though, but
I don't think I'm there for a little while.
it's not supported though, so that's
And they have a lot of tanks coming in.
So Hunter is invested in 4 Panzer IVs at this point, so that's a pretty dangerous tank force. But
And we're down to 100 points, by the way.
and my only infantry that can really cap are some penal squads and
Killed both your fours. Oh my god. It's by
yeah.
displacing your tank wall.
Yeah. Oh, and I got the other 2 that are down here.
Yeah. With mine, they don't notice my AT gun. So they just sit there. I sneak some engineers in and decap the point as well. And I'm happy to have them shoot at my shock troops so they don't notice any other damage that's happening.
Yeah. So, why didn't you go for IS-2 this day?
I was actually trying to save up. I just never had enough money. And yeah, I was always in a situation where I needed infantry to cap points, or a KV-8 was a better tactical choice. So IS-2 was definitely one of my thrusts. Wow! Long range hit on the Panther.
Yeah, with the barrage. So I was trying to bait him actually into my anti-tank here. So I had my all of my anti-tank was over here at this point. Well, I did call in another SU-85 to guard the entrance.
You pop them a couple times, but it doesn't penetrate.
Yeah. Well, mark target's a glorious thing. No.
Oh, and kill these grenadiers with your peens.
Yeah, with those peens.
Yeah, I've had to fall back with everything right now.
I do manage to pick up a light machine gun, and what did they call it? Oh, they called it incendiary artillery. But fortunately, I reacted in time. I was going for that cutoff. Decided to give some support using my SU-76s.
That's good. They don't have a lot of infantry. They certainly don't have a lot of engineers, except for this one, on which they bought 3 ranks of experience, which might have been an unwise move. That's a lot of.
Oh,
They stole our gun.
Stolen this gun. But
barraging.
Those anti-tank partisans actually got that one defensive forward down there.
Nice.
I also pull back my S-85 because I don't want to go up against this gun. And I'm getting flanked by those grenadiers. They get up panthers, right, of course.
Yeah. And I basically lose this gun immediately.
And they did pull that panther all the way back to base. I was wondering what happened to it.
Yeah, because it disappeared off our radar.
Yeah.
We still got, at least we have 2 points. And we haven't gotten to the point where we have to suicide everything in order to capture.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was sort of their problem. I think they concentrated a lot of their effort holding the middle, but only left sort of a very light force, if any, guarding the sides.
I've got another KV-8 here. It slaughters a stolen Zis gun.
Oh, nice.
Although I'm being very tentative with it because I know there's a bunch of tanks on the field.
Yeah, but it looks like they did a full retreat with all their armor to get them wrapped up. Oh, and look who's on the field at this point. Tiger Ace. So, Billy is called in. It's a Tiger Ace.
Well, run, shock troops. Run for your lives. No!
Where was that? I didn't catch.
That was in the top left.
Oh,
there were
trying
2
to
of
get
them.
that sniper with a long-range barrage. Doesn't quite work. That house probably saved his ass. But...
Yeah. And they're rolling in. They're rolling in with a lot of tanks.
Yep.
At least your forces are in good order.
Yeah. Oh. So, I can tell what they're gonna try to do. There.
Fortunately, they both miss your.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Which is not for long.
Not that time. But they're.
Let's just try to distract them with our infantry, though.
Yeah, they're ignoring what's happening there. They barely missed my SU-85. I managed to knock off a chunk of the Tiger Ace with the satchel charge, but then they turned. I was really hoping that both of my guys would throw a satchel charge, but I don't think I had the munitions for it. So I had been mining once again quite liberally somewhere.
Fortunately for us, this is not a coordinated assault. It's only from Billy. The other guy still has all of his tanks back.
That was a fairly incredible amount of resistance there, though, considering that was just 2 SU-76s and a single SU-85. But they had sort of they would have had to cross that river there. They could have blitzed and easily taken care of everything in one fell swoop.
Well, continuing the trend of short-lived machine gunners in the central church, my KV-8 slaughters these guys. They retreat, though.
They actually popped out before the church burned down. That's incredible. Well,
the church isn't burned down, actually.
Check out what's coming for us, though. At this point,
So,
all of those Panzer IVs are upgraded. And they've got some cover from those grenadiers. So things are not looking too good.
That's your SU-85. We've got 1 AT gun.
And I'm pulling back. Partisans attempting to do some damage from behind. They don't. Oh, wow. Holy shit. That one rear armor hit, though. That did a lot.
They're not paying attention to my AT gun, and they're just charging forward into your anti-tank defenses.
Yeah, that was really dumb, actually. This armor charge was very poorly thought out. I think they were thinking it was going to be an easy thing against a single Su-85 maybe. But
And the
3
KV-8.
Su-85s, a KV-8, and an anti-tank gun parked at the hill made real quick work of that. Your KV-8 does get a Panther Shrek.
That's fine. It gets crippled. It's a worthwhile sacrifice.
Yeah, and it basically kept those Grenadiers from advancing. But there's another cloud of Grenadiers coming.
Oh yeah, from the north.
From the north, non-vetted. So these are from Hunter.
I get my out of the way. I think I bombard these guys as they're trying to take the point, if I'm not mistaken. No? No, I think not. Anyway, we forced a retreat on those bitches.
Yeah, full armor retreat, but Tiger Ace and Panther from Villi are fully repaired. And they are on the move again.
Yeah. Oh. Well, at this point, take points. Gun it.
Oh,
what about your guys?
I forced that sniper off. Oh, it actually managed to stun my guys with that sniper ability. It's a veteran sniper ability that fires a flaming round, I believe. Stuns. I do pop some. Oh! Oh wait, no, they pop into the building. God, I thought they got wiped out in one shot.
Me too. I was very surprised when they lived.
They get another volley off. Hey, yeah. But nice distraction there. Their sacrifice bought my guys time to decap those points. So.
Yep.
And my anti-tank is fully repaired and on the way to support in the middle.
This gun is right on the axis in which they're advancing. And you got some backup.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of backup. He pulls in at top speed, doesn't expect
to see
the
what
Spanish Inquisition around the corner. Tiger blocks him.
And the Panther
he goes down. Holy shit, I didn't catch that we actually managed to get that Panther, so that hurt a lot.
For almost no damage done.
Because he doesn't have nearly enough fuel to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
He can't call in any more tanks, so he's got to babysit that Tiger Ace now.
Yeah, and surprisingly, my low health AT gun survived that entire engagement. They do have some lots of grenades in the center.
Yeah, I'm bombarding the point though to deter them. Oh, and they rapidly construct a bunker. What's he gonna do with that? Probably upgrade it to a reinforcement point.
Or a repair bunker, that might be nice.
Yeah, repair.
I don't think it lives long enough for him to make that choice, though.
There are no repair bunkers in Company Heroes 2.
We have.
Well, yeah, from the one doctrinal ability from the Soviets.
At this point, we are severely low on victory points.
Yeah, and Hunter calls GG at this point. I'm not entirely sure if he thought that we were gonna win or if they were calling it in their favor at this point.
Either way, it was very premature.
Either way, very premature, and here we go. Another mine entrance to our base gets another heavy engine damage on another flank, or another attempt at a flank. So always mind the cutoffs in this map. It always pays off. Because any smart opponent will go for your fuel. And these guys never upgraded their Pyos with anything.
That's true.
Oh, and Tiger Ace barely gets out of there. Barely.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for all those upgraded Grenadiers, though. The KV-8's not repaired enough.
And one of those guys has a stolen Panther Shrek. I do lose one of my engineers. I'm just pulling back my Su-85s. I'm not.
And you're trying to satchel charge, I think, the Panther Force on the side.
Oh god, I'd forgotten about this. Shit. Is this how they died? This might have been how they died. Oh, nope. I remembered them. And retreat them. I could have satchel charged that guy. in retrospect, but he was a manpower drain on Hunter, not doing too much good for anyone over there, but
My shock troops in the center are pinned on the central victory point, and I incendiary barrage to force the machine gun to retreat. That bunker, as we can see, was annihilated in heavy anti-tank fighting.
Yeah, but I have taken some damage. I've got one Vet 3 Su-85 with 6 kills, another Su-85 with 2 kills at Vet 2,
And I've got 2 KV-8s at this point.
and that one Su-76 that's still alive. Oh, he's rolling up close. That barrage could have been a better place. I cancel it though. I probably could have gotten those guys to retreat. Oh, sniper in a bad spot. And 2 KV-8s. Oh, that wasn't
He
good.
had a bad end.
So Billy at this point has 4 Vet 3 Grenadiers, Vet 3
That's really trying to
Bio,
repair.
and MG42, and he's trying to repair that Tiger Ace with 1 engineer squad. So that's going to take a while.
Repaired one of their tanks, and they're attempting to take our fuel.
Yeah.
And I move my KV-8 up to attempt to destroy this fuel cap, but find a bunch of tasty, barbecued grenadiers away.
Delicious, delicious Grenadiers.
And they run. They run like the cowards they are. Flank here.
Wow, you've actually got conscripts alive.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know for how much longer. I wasn't paying attention to them. The Tiger Ace moves forward to kill my KV-8.
Oh, and at this point, these Grenadiers trip over my minefield. Oh, are they going to move that way? Hey, how about that? Boom, boom.
Nice.
And
My KV-8 survives with the sliver of health as it tries to escape.
And my Su-76 is not in good shape.
And your other guns are all pointed the wrong way for some reason.
Yeah. Fortunately, I moved that guy. Holy crap, did you see that turret
You live.
switch? That turret jerked towards my Su-76. That's crazy. That was odd. Oh, Su-76 is crippled, but Tiger Ace is getting shot in the ass.
Buy everything.
Over retreat again. Main gun destroyed. Pop smoke. Good idea, popping smoke. He probably could have blitzed at that point to try to get away, but he doesn't have enough manpower.
Oh, and you have a shot at him. You have a shot at him.
Shot at him.
And he's dead.
And take him out. And
There's
their
a
fuel
flank. Panzer IVs, which is their last gasp.
2 Panzer IVs roll in.
They encounter a lot of friends. I even have my KV-8 shooting rounds at them.
That Vet 3 Su-76 is doing quite a bit of damage to those guys at this point.
Worth its weight in gold. You deal as an Su-85.
No.
So-
Finally, at the end of the damn game, I lose one of my Su-85s. The other one's already being repaired, although, no, you're...
They have nothing. They have nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And we win
And
with
they
4 points.
give up. Oh, so that was a very exciting game. They made some poorly coordinated assaults.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
tank pushes.
I think Hunter definitely could have called in some more recon overflights to find out where our AT was. I didn't.
Yeah, they could adjust their flanks better.
Yeah, and they really need to upgrade engineers with minesweepers as soon as they noticed that I was mining the ever-living crap out of our cutoff points. On
Yeah. And the thing is, we also thought that we were screwed about 20 minutes in.
Oh, yeah.
Until they threw away their armor in
Yeah.
some spectacular gallantry.
Yeah, I'd say that the combination of your KV-8's anti-infantry hard counter and my Su-85's is the anti-tank hard counter and our somewhat coordinated front allowed us to push back most of their advances. And yeah, they got a little greedy, and I think that bit them in the ass in the end. Lost all those Panzer IVs in that one push. Lost that Panther, that fully vetted Panther, in another push trying to get your AT gun. And they, I think they lost a lot of infantry just due to bleed out from your KV-8s. So.
Yeah, don't forget my mortar.
Oh yeah, and your mortar. And I called in a Katusha to try to help. Didn't get any kills.
Yeah, all they had left were veteran grenadiers, so that was a good idea. All right, well, I think we can leave this to rest. It was very exciting. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you later.